They call him the Wonder Kid.
I like the name very much. There are so many things to say about my career. To start with, I was lazy, and few people, not even myself, thought I would become what I am today. But the speed with which my fighting developed shocked everyone, and that's the reason I have the nickname, the Wonder Kid.
Rex the Wonder Kid Cho is Hong Kong's first and only professional boxer. The moniker was first used by DC Comics in 1952, whose character Rex the Wonder Dog was known for his exceptional speed, strength, stamina, and intelligence. The human incarnation ticks the same boxes, but Rex's superpowers do not come from a super serum. These are the product of a relentless training regime under manager and promoter Jay Lau.
Boxing is not a game. It's a serious sport between two fighters. The best results always come from those who move faster, who have stronger physical conditioning and greater reaction speeds. If a fighter wants to achieve the highest skills, the most important thing is to train hard.
In 2011, after 40 amateur fights with 32 victories, Rex turned pro. It was a landmark moment in Hong Kong's boxing history. An amateur boxing association has existed in Hong Kong for 60 years, but throughout this time the sport has remained underpopularized with few members. Martial arts such as Muay Thai, Kung Fu and MMA have always been the combat sports of choice.
Before me, there had never been a professional fighter in Hong Kong, so I didn't have any role models to follow. It was difficult for me to picture what the future might hold. People in Hong Kong doubted whether there was any real career prospects for someone who wanted to become a pro boxer. In this city, it was a massive decision to make. There was no history of professional boxing bouts being held here, so it's always been difficult to find fights. As a result, it's difficult to gain fighting experience. And because there were so few sponsors for the sport, it was difficult to stage events at our gym.
Initially, it was really a niche thing among expatriates, but when the newspaper started to cover Rex's fights, they realized, wow, here's a local guy, a Hong Kong kid, just like my son, just like the guy next door, just like my brother or cousin. He's winning these fights against these people from all over the world. And that caught their attention. And then when he started fighting in Macau and these bigger venues with more than 10,000 people, people really started to pay attention.
After less than 3 years as a pro, 26-year-old Rex has a record of 12-0 with 8 KOs. He holds the WBC Asian Continental Super Flyweight title and the WBO Asia Pacific Junior Bantamweight crown. His greatest nights have been enjoyed at Cotai Arena in Macau, a new haven for boxing in Asia, where he's featured on the undercard to Manny Pacquiao and was a star attraction at the Continental Ring of Gold bouts.
I think my biggest strength is my speed. Also, compared with my weight level, my arms are longer than average, so I have a better reach than many opponents. And that's another big advantage.
Rex counts Chinese flyweight Zhu Shiming and Filipino fighters Nonito Donaire and Manny Pacquiao among his role models. Sharing a similar left hand to Pacquiao, his footwork, fitness and ability to keep throwing punches have left opponents reeling on the canvas. But at 26, if he wants to make a similar impact on the sport to Pacquiao, he has to move quickly.
Rex began boxing seriously when he was about 14 years old, but most other fighters start earlier than that. That said, he's constantly improving and making great progress, and he has the potential to improve even more than he realizes. I have no doubt that he will keep getting better.
Rex and his team are based out of the DEF boxing gym on the 15th floor of a high-rise building in the heart of Hong Kong Island. In this part of town, where there are over 16,000 people per square kilometre, Rex's face is amongst the most familiar. His success and the manner of his victories have captured the public's imagination. Ken Ho is Rex's co-manager and promoter.
Very important thing is that he's really thrilled the crowds. He really got the crowd going. There are some fighters who, they fight boring fights. They run, they dance around the ring. But Rex is in there toe-to-toe a lot of the time. And I think the last fight, he was toe-to-toe like at least 80% of the time. So that really gets the crowd going. That aggression and being able to take shots as well, that's really something.
The aim for 2014 is a shot at a world title. In February of this year, that goal came a step closer after Rex dismantled the Japanese stalwart Mako Matsuyama in his most devastating knockout fight to date, across the water in Macau in the Ring of Gold. Putting Matsuyama on the deck in round 2, Rex dominated the ensuing rounds before throwing more than a dozen unanswered blows in round 8 to seal the knockout and give his opponent the first defeat of his career. He was spurred on by a deafening crowd of 15,000 partisan fans.
You get a certain feeling in those fights. When your energy levels fall, you feel the spectators' support and your physical fitness recovers. And then you're able to perform better. That was my proudest fight to date. After my victory in that competition, more and more Hong Kong people have become aware of boxing. A fight like that has a far bigger impact than when I fought in amateur events.
The greatest thing for me is that before Rex started fighting, there had never been a professional boxer from Hong Kong. It's a source of pride. Hong Kong is a special place, and Rex has a quality which we call the Hong Kong spirit. It means you strive to better yourself until you're respected by the people of the world. Hong Kong people agree that Rex has this spirit. That makes me very happy.
There's an ever-growing appetite for boxing in the southern China region. Global super promoters Top Rank, who operate Macau Fight Nights, have seen the market potential, and having signed Chinese superstar Zhu Shiming, they added Rex to their books. The most significant opportunity this brings could come in November, when CEO Bob Arum hopes Rex will compete for a world title. If that comes off, Hong Kong's interest in boxing will explode.
It's getting bigger, and there are even some fans who don't really understand sport. But compared to 2-3 years ago, with our work, with Rex's emergence, it's really getting bigger and bigger. And it'll take a while for people to understand the history of the sport, the rules of the sport, what goes on, what's different about boxing when you compare it with Muay Thai, Kung Fu, all these other martial arts and combat sports. But it's going to happen. It's absolutely going to happen, and Rex is a big part of it.
To qualify for a shot at the world title, Rex needs to be ranked in the world's top 15. 2 more IBF wins should see him achieve that position. Before then, it's back to the punch bags. Prior to each fight, Rex spends several weeks training in the Philippines, where he's able to find a higher class of sparring partner to help preparations. It was there that the Wonder Kid pseudonym was coined, and there too that his hero Manny Pacquiao first made his name.
Our ultimate target is for Rex to be champion of the world. To start with, we didn't know if that was realistic, given his basic talent and the fact that there had never been a professional boxer from Hong Kong. How could anyone imagine that the first pro fighter from Hong Kong would win a world championship belt? But we've seen encouraging signs that prove he keeps developing and improving himself. Everyone continues to be amazed by the progress he makes every time. So I firmly believe in his ability to reach the highest level.
I want to become champion of the world. And then, just like Manny Pacquiao, I want to sustain a successful career and keep on winning belts for as long as I fight.
Like his cartoon connection, Rex the Wonder Kid Cho has the knowledge of force, and he knows how to use it.